Hey guys, it's Jordan McGrath here with another vlog. This one's gonna be nice, simple, easy. I've just been busy. I don't have time to make some crazy elaborate video like I did last time, but I just kind of want to just tell you guys about what's been going on. Just kind of be raw, be open, and be vulnerable. And but before I jump into those juicy things, I just want to talk a little bit about how difficult making videos actually is. And I'm not talking about doing what I'm doing right now, just throwing the camera on, just going for it. Like, that's pretty easy. Like, I have a lamp up here for my lighting. Like, I didn't try at all because I just don't have the time to try. And that's okay. I don't care. The main thing for me is getting the vlog out right now. But like, the last video was crazy. I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw what I did there, but I basically had a vlog of me where it's transitioned from me making coffee and then grabbing my camera gear, running out the door into my car and going. And in all honesty, that took 2 hours to shoot and 6 hours to edit. And I mean, I'm kind of new to this, right? So it's not like this is something I've done ever. It's all new and just, it's a total learning experience. And so for that one, I really wanted to utilize sound in that vlog to really create this sense of like, oh my gosh, she's just making coffee, like doom, 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 getting a nice beat and a rhythm. English ain't on par today. Nice rhythm to it. And I really had a lot of fun doing that. But of course, I'm getting married in a month. Stuff, it's hard enough just to squeeze this in as it is. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys, though, for your support and the encouragement I've had. A lot of you guys have been telling me how much you've been enjoying the videos, and that's good because that means I'm getting somewhere with the videos and I'm getting better. And yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy it. It's just a whole new thing, and honestly, I think it's gonna be what I step onto kind of from photography to videography. I still will do photography, but the focus, I think, will be more the video side of things because, let's face it, it's hard to focus on all those different things at once. So anyways, I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys and say that this past week has been quite difficult. So basically what's been going on with me is I was sick for like a week. Like, I'm finally totally over it now. So last week I was still sort of getting over it, still sort of recovering. I was sniffling like crazy. Sniffle is pretty much gone now. And I mean, I was just saying screw it, and then I was still going to the gym and running, kind of in this period where I was not sick, but I was still kind of just totally wonked out. But I found that I was emotionally very down, and it was a difficult week, and I just felt so demotivated. And I think a big part of that was feeling like, where am I even going, and what am I even doing in life? And I mean, of course, I think we all ask ourselves these kind of big lucrative questions that honestly a lot of the time we don't know the answer to. And because we don't know the answer to that question, at least for me, I kind of just get worried, or I kind of just think to myself, I need to change that. I need to make sure I have an answer for that. And it's okay to not have an answer. It's okay to be at a point where it's like, I don't know what's going to come. I don't know what's going to happen. And I think it's okay to have grace for ourselves. I mean, I don't think that. I know that. It's okay to have grace and to realize that we don't have to overextend, overwork ourselves, or reach a certain quota to be considered a human with worth. With worth. My English is terrible today, but that's okay. I think our value isn't based necessarily on how much we do, but it's more on our hearts. And really, we're all valuable as people, and we all have value, and that you can't put a price to. But I think last week, that's something I was really struggling with, was just feeling kind of without purpose. And I didn't work last week either. I just, we didn't have a job to do, so I just didn't have work, and which kind of was in some ways nice. I was thinking to myself, yes, I don't have to work. But in other ways, I was like, no, I wish I had something to do. And trust me, there's so much to do, but at the same time, it's like the motivation and the energy is so lacking that it's hard to do anything when you're not really forced to do it, right? And so it's been difficult, and I'm usually not one to sleep in, but last week I was sleeping in till like 10 every day, and my body loved it, but my mind hated it. And I think I just really had to tell myself, like, it's okay to do that. Especially in this time where, I'm emotionally drained and just worn out quite a bit by what's happened and by the passing of my mom. It's just been hard like that. But that's okay. There's grace and whatnot. Anyways, there's my little ramble about that. But honestly, I think of what my mom would want me to do in this situation. I know that she'd want the best for me, that she would want me to not be so hard on myself, to realize that I am not perfect, and I'm we're all broken to some degree. And I think sometimes you gotta embrace that and just give yourself a break, give yourself time to heal. I mean, if you break a leg and you keep running or walking on it, it's just never gonna heal, and it's gonna get worse and worse. So anyways, I just been really thinking about that, and it's hard when you think of like, what would mom want of me, because then I just miss her a bunch. But truthfully, she was an amazing example of what it means to self-care. And I think a lot of you know that she ran a dance studio, and she did okay with it. But she didn't really love it. It was just tedious and draining and so much work. And it was kind of hard for her to really let that go, because that's a lot of weight to just, a lot of pressure. But she really, really needed to get out of there, and she knew that. But at the same time, it has a cost, right? The cost of her leaving the studio, or her giving up on that dream, so to speak, meant that the dream of running the studio full time was just kind of gone. That was probably not ever going to happen again. But she realized that she herself needed that break more than she needed the studio. She needed to be away from the studio. She needed that off of her rather than on her, because it was dragging her down. And she saw that. She was aware of that. And that's something I really look up to in my mom, is the fact that she was very, very much, intentional with what she did, involving decisions about things that affected herself. She was very much into self-care, and it wasn't like a selfish type self-care. It was definitely a type of self-care that allowed her to become such an amazing woman, and to become just so full of energy in life that she could spread that on other people and actually use that to pour into other people. And so I think a lot of the times we think we have to do so much for others and spread ourselves thin for others, and that if we're not giving everybody else our all, then we're terrible humans. And I'm pretty sure we all know that's not true, but I know a lot of us don't realize that. But myself included, there has been times where I try so hard to be selfless, where I just don't worry about myself. But in turn, it's actually a selfish thing to do that, I think, because it's almost this egotistical thing, right? Where you're exalting yourself indirectly, even if you don't mean it. You're exalting yourself by saying, I don't matter. What matters is you. And that can be very destructive because I've seen that happen to a lot of people where they focus so heavily on other people and pleasing them and helping them and whatnot, and they forget to look after themselves. And next thing you know, they're so worn out that it's the other people looking after that person. And so I hope this all makes sense. I just need to get a vlog out there, so I'm just kind of going on just going for it right now. But that's kind of what this whole week's been for me, just this realization of, I'm allowed to rest. I'm allowed to not make progress in my hopes and dreams, so to speak, right? Like, because my health, my mental and physical health should come first. And it's really my mom who taught me that. And I think that's something we can all learn from. And so, yeah, even from, even though she's not here, she still is here, and she still is touching all our lives one way or another. And I think that's just shows how amazing she really was. Anyways, that's all for this one, guys. I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.